So, we talk a lot on this channel about the tech you can hold in your hand. Smartphones, laptops, cameras. But what about the tech that makes all of that stuff work? The invisible infrastructure that quietly powers our modern world. Today, we're looking up, way up. We're counting down the top 5 satellite systems that are, without exaggeration, revolutionizing global connectivity. This isn't just about which system has the most satellites in the sky. It's a deep dive into what makes each one a global powerhouse. Our ranking is based on a few key metrics: technological advancement, which is huge, the sheer scale of their global coverage, the breadth of their real-world applications, and of course their overall global influence. It's a combination of these factors that really defines how impactful a system is. You might be surprised to see how these massive, complex networks stack up against each other, from the established legacy players to the disruptive newcomers changing the game right now. And make no mistake, these systems are absolutely critical. They are the backbone for so much of what we take for granted every single day. We're talking about the turn-by-turn navigation that gets you to your destination, the high-speed internet reaching the most remote corners of the planet, the precise timing that keeps financial markets in sync, and the vital communication lines for military and emergency services. This is the tech that works silently in the background, and today we're putting it front and center. Let's get into it. Kicking off our list at number 5 is the system that's been making the most noise lately, and for good reason: Starlink. Operated by SpaceX, this isn't your traditional navigation system. Instead, its mission is arguably even more ambitious: to blanket the entire planet in high-speed, low-latency internet. It represents a fundamental shift in how we think about satellite constellations, moving from a few dozen large, high-orbit satellites to thousands of smaller, low-Earth orbit satellites working in concert. This is connectivity on a scale we've never seen before. The core technology behind Starlink is what makes it so disruptive. By placing its satellites in low Earth orbit, just a few hundred kilometers up, it drastically reduces latency, the time it takes for a signal to travel from you to the satellite and back. This is the key difference between Starlink and older satellite internet services that were plagued by lag, making things like online gaming or video calls almost impossible. Starlink feels much more like a terrestrial fiber connection, which is a massive achievement for a satellite-based service. The sheer scale of the constellation is mind-boggling. SpaceX has been launching satellites at an incredible pace, with thousands already in orbit and plans for tens of thousands more. This dense network is what allows for its impressive coverage, reaching areas that have been completely underserved by traditional internet providers. We're talking about remote rural communities, maritime operations in the middle of the ocean, and even scientific outposts in Antarctica. It's truly democratizing access to the digital world. But it's not just about bringing Netflix to the wilderness. Starlink has proven to be a critical asset in emergency and military situations. When natural disasters wipe out ground-based communication infrastructure, Starlink terminals can be deployed rapidly to restore connectivity for first responders and affected communities. Its use in conflict zones has also highlighted its strategic importance, providing resilient communication lines that are difficult to disrupt. This dual-use capability adds a whole other layer to its global influence. The user experience is also a key part of the story. The Dishy, as it's affectionately called, is designed to be plug-and-play. You set it up with a clear view of the sky, plug it in, and it automatically orients itself to connect with the constellation. This focus on user-friendliness has been crucial for its rapid adoption. It's taking a highly complex system and making it accessible to the average person, which is a hallmark of great tech design. Of course, the system isn't without its challenges. The proliferation of thousands of satellites has raised concerns among astronomers about light pollution and the potential for space debris. These are valid and important discussions that are happening right now. SpaceX is actively working on mitigations, like non-reflective coatings on its newer satellites. But it's a complex problem that the entire space industry is grappling with as low Earth orbit becomes more crowded. Looking ahead, Starlink's ambitions are only growing. They're moving beyond fixed terminals with plans for direct-to-device connectivity. Imagine your standard smartphone connecting directly to a satellite for service in a complete dead zone. That's the next frontier. This technology could eliminate mobile black spots entirely, providing a baseline of connectivity everywhere on the planet. It's a game changer for personal safety and communication. And then there's the bigger picture, the interplanetary one. A core part of SpaceX's long-term vision is to use Starlink as a communications backbone for future missions to Mars. The system being built around Earth is, in many ways, a blueprint and a stepping stone for creating a similar network around another planet. It's this forward-thinking vision that really underscores the transformative potential of what they're building. The impact of Starlink is already being felt globally. It's challenging the monopolies of traditional telecom companies, forcing them to innovate and expand their own networks. It's enabling new possibilities for remote work, education, and commerce in places where it was previously impossible. It's a prime example of how a private company can drive massive technological leaps that have a global impact. So while it's the newest system on our list, Starlink's rapid deployment, transformative technology, and massive future potential firmly earn it the number 5 spot. It's fundamentally changing the conversation around global connectivity and setting a new standard for what's possible from space. It's less of a utility and more of a platform for the future of communication. Coming in at number 4 is a system that has seen one of the most impressively rapid developments in the history of space technology. China's Beidou Navigation Satellite System, or BDS. In just 2 decades, China went from being a user of other countries' systems to operating its own fully independent global constellation that is a direct and formidable competitor to the established players. The sheer speed and scale of this achievement are remarkable and speak volumes about its strategic importance. Beidou's journey began as a regional system designed primarily to serve China and its neighboring areas, but its ambitions were always global. The third phase, BDS-3, which was completed in 2020, established a constellation of over 30 satellites providing worldwide coverage. This gives China complete strategic independence, meaning its military, government, and critical infrastructure are no longer reliant on another nation's satellite system, a crucial capability for any global superpower. One of Beidou's most unique and standout features is its short message service. Unlike other global navigation satellite systems, which are typically one-way, the satellite broadcasts a signal and your device receives it, Beidou allows for two-way communication. Users with authorized terminals can send short messages of up to 1,200 Chinese characters, as well as report their position. This is a huge advantage for applications in remote areas, like fisheries or disaster relief, where terrestrial networks are unavailable. The global influence of Beidou is expanding rapidly, largely driven by China's Belt and Road Initiative. As China invests in infrastructure projects across Asia, Africa, and Europe, it's also exporting its technology. Many of these partner countries are now adopting Beidou for everything from precision agriculture and transportation logistics to urban planning. This integration is building a vast ecosystem around the system, solidifying its role as a key piece of global infrastructure. Technologically, Beidou is on par with, and in some cases surpasses, its competitors. It offers multiple service tiers, including Media Group, Digital Interface showing service tiers, Satellite Navigation App Screen at stock and at distribute_equally, a free, open service with positioning accuracy of around 10 meters, and a high-precision service that can get down to the centimeter level with the right equipment. This makes it highly competitive for demanding industries like autonomous driving, surveying, and smart city management, where every millimeter counts. The system's architecture is also quite sophisticated. It uses a combination of satellites in different orbits, geostationary orbit, inclined geosynchronous orbit, and medium Earth orbit. This hybrid design is what helps provide its robust coverage, particularly over the Asia-Pacific region, and enables unique features like the two-way messaging, which is handled by the geostationary satellites that remain fixed over one location. China is actively promoting Beidou as a global standard. They are building ground stations all over the world to improve its accuracy and reliability, and they are deeply involved in international organizations that set the standards for global navigation satellite systems. The goal is clear: to position Beidou not just as an alternative to GPS, but as a leading system in its own right, trusted and used by a global audience. The implications of this are massive. For the first time in decades, there is significant competition in the global navigation space. This competition is a powerful driver for innovation. It's pushing GPS, GLONASS, and Galileo to accelerate their own upgrades and develop new features to stay ahead. For end users, this is a great thing, as it will ultimately lead to more accurate, reliable, and resilient positioning and timing services for everyone. Of course, with any state-owned system of this scale, there are questions about data security and its potential use for surveillance. These are valid concerns that are part of the broader geopolitical conversation around technology. However, for a growing number of countries and industries, the benefits of having a competitive alternative to the dominant system outweigh these risks, especially when it comes to reducing dependency on a single provider. So, Beidou's place at number 4 is secured by its incredibly fast rise to global prominence, its unique technological features like two-way messaging, and its deep integration with China's expanding economic and strategic initiatives. It has successfully broken the monopoly in the global navigation satellite system world, and is now a major force shaping the future of global navigation and timing. It's a testament to long-term strategic planning and massive investment. Securing the bronze medal on our list at number 3 is Galileo, the global navigation satellite system from the European Union. What makes Galileo so interesting and important is its fundamental design philosophy. It is the world's only GNSS that is under explicit civilian control. This is a deliberate and crucial distinction from GPS, GLONASS, and Beidou, which all have military origins and oversight. This civilian-first approach shapes every aspect of the system. The primary motivation behind Galileo was strategic autonomy for Europe. Before Galileo, European nations, their economies, and their citizens were completely dependent on the US-owned GPS and Russian-owned GLONASS systems. There was always a risk, however small, that access to these military-controlled signals could be degraded or denied during a political crisis. Galileo ensures that Europe has its own independent, reliable source for positioning, navigation, and timing data no matter what. Where Galileo really shines and sets itself apart is in its accuracy. From the outset, it was designed to be the most precise system available to the public. Its free, open service boasts a standard accuracy of better than 1 meter, which is significantly more precise than what GPS typically offers to civilians. This high accuracy is a huge deal for emerging technologies like autonomous vehicles, drone delivery, and augmented reality, where precise positioning is not just a feature, but a requirement. One of Galileo's flagship features is its search and rescue, or SAR, service. It's a major upgrade to the existing COSPA SARSAT system. When a distress beacon is activated anywhere on Earth, the Galileo satellites can detect it and relay it to rescue authorities. But here's the game-changing part. Galileo is the first system to offer a return link. It can send a signal back to the beacon, letting the person in distress know that their signal has been received and help is on the way. This provides crucial reassurance in a life-or-death situation. The system is also built for robustness. Galileo satellites broadcast signals on multiple frequencies, which helps to mitigate errors caused by atmospheric interference. This multi-frequency capability, especially on modern smartphones and receivers that are Galileo-enabled, leads to a much more reliable and faster position fix, particularly in challenging environments like urban canyons where tall buildings can block satellite signals. The governance of Galileo is also unique. It's managed by the European Commission and operated by the European Union Agency for the Space Programme, or EUSPA. This civilian management ensures that its services are geared towards the needs of the market and the public. They also offer a commercial service that provides even higher accuracy and authenticated signals, creating new business opportunities for industries that require guaranteed precision and integrity. The deployment of Galileo has been a massive continent-wide undertaking. It involved collaboration between dozens of countries and companies across the EU, representing one of the largest and most complex joint infrastructure projects in European history. While it faced delays and budget challenges along the way, its successful implementation is a major technological and political achievement for the European Union. Looking forward, Galileo is positioned to be a leader in precision industries. Its high-accuracy, authenticated signals are ideal for applications where safety and liability are critical, such as self-driving cars or automated shipping. The authentication feature is key. It allows a receiver to verify that the signal it's getting is genuinely from a Galileo satellite and not a spoofed or fake signal, which is a growing security concern. The global impact of Galileo is already significant. Nearly all new smartphones, wearables, and car navigation systems sold today are compatible with Galileo. By working in tandem with GPS and other systems, it provides a more accurate and reliable experience for billions of users worldwide. You're probably using Galileo signals right now without even realizing it, as your phone's chipset automatically selects the best combination of satellites available overhead. So, Galileo's spot at number 3 is well-deserved. Its civilian control, commitment to high accuracy for the public, innovative features like the SR return link, and its role in ensuring European strategic independence make it a truly modern and influential system. It represents a different approach to satellite navigation, one built on principles of openness, public service, and commercial innovation. Our runner-up at number 2 is Russia's Global Navigation Satellite System, or GLONASS. This system is a true survivor, a resilient workhorse that has been through periods of decline and has come back stronger. Like GPS, it was born out of the Cold War, developed by the Soviet Union as a direct counterpart to the American system. Its primary purpose was, and remains, to provide Russia with an independent and autonomous navigation capability for its military and strategic operations. One of the defining technical characteristics of GLONASS is its orbital design. Unlike GPS satellites, which are all in similar orbital planes, GLONASS satellites operate in 3 distinct orbital planes. This unique arrangement gives the system particularly good coverage and accuracy in the high-latitude regions of the world, including the Arctic. For Russia, with its vast northern territories, this is a critical strategic advantage for both military and civilian activities like shipping and resource exploration. The history of GLONASS is a story of resilience. After the fall of the Soviet Union, the system fell into disrepair due to a lack of funding, with the number of operational satellites dwindling. However, in the early 2000s, a concerted effort was made by the Russian government to restore and modernize the constellation. This massive investment brought the system back to full global operational capability, demonstrating its immense strategic importance to the nation. Today, GLONASS is a fully functional global system with a complete constellation of 24 operational satellites. It provides a standard positioning accuracy comparable to that of GPS's civilian service. For the vast majority of users around the world, GLONASS works seamlessly in the background. Most modern receivers in our smartphones and cars are multi-constellation, meaning they use signals from GPS, GLONASS, and other systems simultaneously to calculate a more accurate and reliable position. This interoperability is a key aspect of its modern role. While it provides Russia with independence, it also serves as a crucial layer of redundancy for the entire global user base. If for any reason the GPS signal is weak or unavailable in a certain area, your device can still get a fix using GLONASS satellites. This makes the entire global navigation ecosystem more robust and less susceptible to single-system failures. The dual-use nature of GLONASS is central to its identity. It is operated by the Russian Aerospace Defense Forces, and its high-precision signals are reserved for military use. However, its standard signal is available to civilian and commercial users worldwide, free of charge. This model is similar to that of GPS, reflecting its origins as a military project that has found widespread civilian application. Russia has been actively promoting GLONASS internationally. forging partnerships with other countries to build ground monitoring stations and encourage its adoption. This is part of a broader strategy to increase the system's global footprint and ensure its relevance in a world with a growing number of competing satellite systems. It's about maintaining its status as a foundational piece of global navigation infrastructure. The ongoing modernization program for GLONASS is also critical. Russia is continuously launching new generation GLONASS-K satellites, which have longer lifespans, broadcast more signal types, including a new CDMA signal for better compatibility with other GNSS, and offer improved accuracy. This commitment to upgrading the technology is essential for keeping pace with the advancements being made by Galileo and Beidou. The strategic value of GLONASS cannot be overstated. In a world of complex geopolitics, having an independent navigation system is a non-negotiable requirement for a major military power. It ensures that military assets, from ships and planes to precision-guided munitions, can operate effectively without any reliance on a system controlled by another country. This underpins its continued funding and development. So, GLONASS takes the number 2 spot due to its foundational role as one of the original 2 global systems, its strategic importance to Russia, its unique advantages in high-latitude regions, and its crucial contribution to the robustness of the entire global navigation network. It may not always have the cutting-edge features of the newer systems, but its reliability and resilience have made it an indispensable part of our connected world for decades. And that brings us to number 1. It's probably no surprise, but taking the top spot is the system that started it all, the one whose name has become synonymous with satellite navigation itself, the Global Positioning System, or GPS. Operated by the United States Space Force, GPS is the original, the most widely used, and arguably the most influential satellite system in history. Its impact on technology, commerce, and daily life is simply immeasurable. The story of GPS began as a classified US military project called Navstar in the 1970s. Its purpose was to provide soldiers, ships, and aircraft with precise, all-weather 24/7 positioning data anywhere on the globe. This military necessity drove the development of a system with unparalleled reliability and robustness. It was a monumental technological undertaking that took decades to become fully operational, but it laid the groundwork for a global revolution. The pivotal moment for GPS came in the 1980s, when the US government made the decision to make it freely available for civilian use worldwide. This single act of policy was a game changer. It unleashed a wave of innovation as companies and entrepreneurs began to build commercial products and services on top of this free, global utility. From in-car navigation units to the mapping apps on our phones, almost every location-based service we use today owes its existence to that decision. The sheer scale of the GPS ecosystem is what sets it apart. It is deeply embedded in nearly every facet of the global economy. Beyond just navigation, the hyper-accurate timing signal from GPS satellites is what synchronizes the world's computer networks, banking systems, and stock markets. It underpins power grids, telecommunication networks, and countless other pieces of critical infrastructure that require precise time-stamping to function correctly. This makes it a silent utility we all depend on. The system's global coverage and reliability are the gold standard by which all other systems are measured. With a full constellation of up to 31 operational satellites orbiting the Earth, GPS provides a strong and consistent signal to billions of users. The US government has invested hundreds of billions of dollars over the decades to maintain and upgrade the system, ensuring its continued performance and security. And that brings us to the ongoing modernization. GPS is not a static system. It is constantly being improved. The latest generation of satellites, known as GPS-3 and GPS-3F, are bringing significant enhancements. They broadcast stronger signals that are more resistant to jamming. They offer improved accuracy for civilians, and they have longer lifespans. Crucially, they are designed to be interoperable with other GNSS like Galileo, contributing to a more robust system of systems. Of course, its military role remains paramount. GPS provides an enormous strategic advantage to the US and its allies. It enables precision-guided munitions, troop coordination, and unparalleled situational awareness. The military uses a more accurate encrypted signal, the Precise Positioning Service, or PPS, that is resistant to jamming and spoofing, ensuring its operational integrity during conflicts. The influence of GPS is so profound that it has created entire new industries. The ride-sharing economy, app-based food delivery, fitness tracking, precision agriculture, fleet management, and location-based advertising are all multi-billion-dollar markets that were built on the foundation of free and open access to the GPS signal. Its economic impact is estimated to be in the trillions of dollars. While newer systems like Galileo and Beidou are bringing impressive new features and healthy competition to the space, they are still playing on a field that GPS defined. For decades, GPS was the only game in town, which allowed it to become deeply integrated into the technological fabric of our world in a way that will be very difficult for any other system to replicate. So GPS is our undisputed number one. Its status as the original pioneer, its unmatched global adoption, its critical role in both the civilian economy and military operations, and its ongoing commitment to modernization make it the most significant and influential satellite system in the world. It's the benchmark, the standard, and the invisible utility that quietly and reliably powers the 21st century. So there you have it. The top 5 satellite systems that are quite literally connecting our planet. From the foundational gold standard of GPS to the disruptive internet connectivity of Starlink, each of these constellations plays a critical role. They are far more than just dots on a map. They are the invisible backbone of our modern, interconnected society. They guide our journeys, synchronize our digital world, and provide a lifeline when all other communications fail. Together, they form a resilient, multi-layered system of systems that makes our global infrastructure stronger and more reliable than ever before. Looking to the future, the trend is clear. We're heading towards even greater precision, deeper integration, and truly ubiquitous global connectivity. The competition between these systems is driving innovation at an incredible pace. We're going to see centimeter-level accuracy become standard, authenticated signals that eliminate spoofing threats, and the dream of having a connection on any device anywhere on Earth become a reality. This isn't science fiction. This is the roadmap for the next decade of space-based technology, and it's going to unlock capabilities we're only just beginning to imagine. These systems are building the future right above our heads. They are a testament to what we can achieve when we push the boundaries of technology. But I'm curious to hear what you think. Which of these systems do you believe will have the biggest impact over the next 10 years? Will it be the established dominance of GPS, the high-precision civilian focus of Galileo, the strategic expansion of Beidou, or the disruptive internet access from Starlink? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.